Right, I guess.
First off, yeah, I just want to ask, like when did you make the decision, to like come back and everything, like to the States after, being away for a while and all that? Hello?
Hang on a second. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, just like when did you decide like to come back, to move back to the States and all that? You know what I'm saying?
I came back around New Year's
Yeah,
2003 and stayed for a couple of weeks, and I liked it a lot, and then I just came back recently for about 3 months.
yeah. You've been living like in Huntington or wherever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any like big changes you noticed, or is it pretty much the same?
No, not really. It's pretty much exactly the same as it was when I left.
Yeah. Like seeing old homies and all that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
Shit. Alright, and what else? Yeah, how do you compare like living in the countryside like of Bordeaux to living in Huntington Beach, California? Just for like kids out there.
Well, I don't know, obviously it's a lot different.
Yeah.
You're still doing the same thing, you still live your same lifestyle, you're still skating every day, it's just pretty much your surroundings that change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it, it's good. I'm back there, I'm going back in September.
Oh, really?
You can only stay 3 months at a time, I'm going to stay another 3 months, hopefully in September.
Yeah.
So I'll be back pretty soon.
Do you plan on like moving back here like for a longer period? I mean, if you get if you get all the paperwork and all that.
Yeah, I'm going back, like I said, I'm going back for 3 months in September, and then hopefully, I think, if everything goes well, my visa should be ready in January.
Yeah.
Then I want to try and get a place and live out there for a little bit.
Yeah. You gonna stay in Huntington, or?
Probably not Huntington, I don't really like Huntington that much. I mean, it's alright, but probably somewhere around there.
Maybe up in LA or something like that?
Yeah, maybe even Laguna.
Oh, really?
I like Laguna, it's nice, but it's pretty expensive to get a place.
Yeah.
But yeah, around that area. Probably not Huntington though.
Yeah. How does it feel to be a father?
Oh, it's good, it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Best thing that's ever happened to me, yeah, definitely.
Really?
It's a lot of responsibility, but...
How was that, like, the actual day, when, like, it happened? Like, were you pretty involved in, you know what I mean?
How's it?
Like, the day that, your child was born, like, were you, you know what I mean? Were you, like, there and everything, or?
The actual day?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I was there, yeah.
Was it, like, I mean, were you nervous a little bit, like, just...
No, I was really calm the whole time.
Yeah.
Just helping my girlfriend get through it the best she could.
Totally.
Trying to make sure she was calm and everything, make sure everything went well.
How did you feel when you saw the baby?
Oh, it was amazing. It was incredible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because, like, people always hype that, you know what I mean? Like, people always, like, it's the best thing, that ever happened.
Yeah, it's an incredible feeling.
Yeah. Sick. Do you notice any, like, resemblances yet, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they change so fast, like, day to day you notice little changes.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Who does he look, more like you or your girlfriend? Oh.
It depends. Some people say he looks a lot like me, some people say he looks a lot like her.
Yeah.
He has a few of my features and a few of her features.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what's your take on, like, skateboarding right now in, 2003? Do you have, like, a general, like, what do you think generally about it, Do you feel like it's changed since, like, when you came out the first time? Like, what are some of the big changes that you see, if there's any?
When I first came out, people weren't really doing that much big stuff.
Yeah.
Like large stairs and large handrails or whatever. And now it seems like people are doing a lot of large gaps, a lot of large stairs, a lot of large handrails or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I think people are probably going to start skating like smaller handrails, doing more technical tricks on smaller handrails.
Yeah, you think it'll come back to like more tech shit?
Yeah, and obviously you're going to see a lot more just lines, like real street lines, and
Yeah.
probably more manual tricks, like more basic.
Yeah. Do you
rather than just huge gaps.
Yeah. It gets to a point, right, where it's just kind of like you reach the limit, right? I mean,
Yeah.
kids are gonna be like kill themselves or whatever. Did you follow skating like the whole time you were kind of out, in Europe and all that?
Yeah. Always skating, always up to date with what's going on or whatever.
Yeah. Like what are some recent or over the past year like videos or whatever that you were kind of blown away? Like was there anything you were pretty much blown away by, like people's parts or anything like that?
I don't know about video parts so much, but actually skating with people. I've been skating with some people recently and seen some pretty amazing things.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed. But I skated with Mark Appleyard the other day in Long Beach, and he kickflip, backside tail slid, big spin out.
Yeah.
On a 7-stair rail in Long Beach. I was pretty impressed, but
okay.
I don't know, maybe not. There's been some new stuff that I've seen recently. I've seen some new footage of Bastian.
Yeah.
Doing some pretty incredible stuff and some new stuff with a few other people. Yeah, definitely.
Alright, this one might be tough, but what's your favorite part in the Sorry video, if you had to choose one?
My favorite part in the Sorry video?
Yeah.
Probably Eric's part.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just like the way... like every trick he lands at the same rhythm as the music.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you watch it and you think about the music and the skating at the same time, he lands like every trick on every beat.
Yeah.
Like, Fred definitely did a good job.
Yeah.
Putting the music with the skating on that.
Yeah. Good editing work.
Yeah.
And skate-wise, same or?
Yeah, obviously skating with everyone. Everyone had a really good part.
I know, it's tough to choose out. Alright. Yeah, again, just for kids out there, if you could just break down the way you see some cultural differences between England, France, and the U.S. You know what I mean? Like for a kid who hasn't really traveled that much, what would he expect to see in those three countries? Do you notice a difference when you go from, between those three, or?
Yeah, in America everything's a lot more modern.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about America as a whole, but in California, where I've been, everything seems like it's a lot more modern.
Like the buildings and shit?
Everything's very new.
Yeah. What about the people, you know what I mean? Just in the streets and stuff? Or even attitudes towards skating or whatever,
I don't know, but when I went to in America, everything's just a lot newer, I don't know, in England everything looks really old, the buildings are old.
Yeah.
You see churches over there and they're all modern. You see churches over here and they're old, with crazy sculptures and...
Yeah.
And, hang on, what was the question again?
Just, and yeah, what about the people, in general, how they treat, out skating or just in general, sort of?
It's pretty much the same wherever you go in the world. People always treat skateboarders the same.
Yeah.
It's like a large family. You can meet a skateboarder and it's someone you never met in your whole life, and they'll let you stay at their house, they'll give you food or whatever, whereas if you didn't skate, people wouldn't do that sort of stuff.
Yeah. It's like a whole network or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you follow like any current events or like news and all that shit?
What, outside of skateboarding?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching. When I was in America, they had the Iraq War live on TV, on pretty much on every channel.
Yeah, yeah. How did you feel about
24 hours a day. What was that?
How did you feel about that? Like that whole situation, you know?
Pretty much any war seems like nonsense to me, but
Yeah.
I know the one thing that was crazy is the headline for everything that I was watching on the news was Operation, what was it, Operation Liberation Iraq or something like that?
Yeah. Iraqi freedom or some shit.
I know, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say you're like freeing someone, right, when you're bombing them, right?
Exactly.
Did you talk to people like on either side, you know what I mean, like in Europe versus like the States over that stuff, like war and shit?
Not really, no.
Yeah. Alright. If you could skate one spot anywhere, like what would it be? Favorite spot anywhere?
Probably Chicken's Pool.
Chicken's pretty good, right?
Yeah. I just skated there the day before I left
Yeah.
with Chicken. Chicken was skating and Duncan came down and Eddie Rattigay.
Duncan's sick.
And there were these 3 girl skaters from Oregon that are all really good.
Really?
And Molly was there too.
Yeah.
And Ewan,
Yeah.
Molly's roommate.
Did you ever skate there with like
Good.
Soy or any of those dudes?
Yeah, I used to skate with Hasoi back in the day there.
How was that?
Oh, he was phenomenal.
Phenomenal?
He was phenomenal in that pool. He'd turn up and just roll around the pool about 3 times before he'd drop in, and he'd drop in, do a line, and pop out, ride around the pool about 3 times again, and drop in.
Yeah.
Just incredibly fast.
Yeah, fluid, huh?
Yeah.
Amazing. Who was like your biggest, who'd you look up to, like coming up and, you know what I mean? And like you were skating in the 80s, right? And shit like that?
Yeah, late 80s.
Like who was your, you know what I mean? Did you have like any dudes you really looked up to, like Hasoi or?
Maybe not Hasoi. Like, probably, obviously I looked up to Hasoi, but my favourite skaters were pretty much like people like Danny Way and a few others. I was well into Danny Way when I was younger.
Yeah. Like his vert parts or like later Plan B stuff?
Yeah, the earlier stuff from the 8th Street days, and then obviously later in the Plan B parts.
Yeah.
Even still up to this day.
Yeah. He's supposed to have like a amazing part for the DC vid or whatever.
Yeah, I spoke to him the other day. He was at this Vulcan. They had a digital premiere at Vulcan, at the Vulcan park.
Yeah.
And he was there and I was talking to him. I think he has about like 3 parts, but just ready to use for whatever.
Yeah.
And I think he even has a street part, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I heard something like that, yeah.
Can't wait to see new footage of him. That'll be wild.
So sick, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I was gonna ask you, who's the like best skateboarder of all time? Who would you put on it?
Best skater of all time?
Yeah.
It's so hard to say because there's
I know.
so many people like in different aspects of it.
Yeah.
Best skate, maybe Danny Way.
Damn, yeah. That's sick. He's got all the world records too, right?
Yeah.
Alright, like the first time out, you know, like how did you felt like, was there like pressure at some point, you know, with like you kind of came up pretty fast, like with the, you know, like the stardom and all that.
Yeah.
Like how did that feel, you know what I mean? Just coming out and being like on par with some of those dudes, you know, like Danny Way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How did it feel, you know? Did you even pay attention to it, or?
I didn't really think about that, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I was just
skating.
doing the same thing as I always do.
Yeah, yeah. Did you feel like any hostility at all? Like, I mean, I talked to Jeremy Fox was saying like there was a little bit of like almost not jealousy, but like people were everyone was kind of chilling at that time in the early '90s. Like, did you feel any kind of hostility at all from other pros, or you know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So none of that. What led most to like, you know, your decision to just kind of chill, move back to Europe?
It wasn't. I didn't really make the decision.
Yeah.
Just before I left, I was living with Sheffy for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You're not coming back." I was like, "Yeah, I am. I'm going to be back in 2 weeks. I'm just going to go for the contest, and then I'm coming back." And he's like, "You're not coming back." I know you're not coming back. I was like, "Yeah, I am." And then I went to all the Europe contests.
Yeah.
And then I ended up back in London after those contests, and I just saw my friends again.
Yeah.
And just ended up staying there for a little while, and then...
Yeah, yeah. So it was never really like a decision or whatever?
No.
Yeah. And how did Flip, like, did anyone, you know, were they calling you up? Were they asking you, like, you know, are you coming back? Or were they just cool with whatever, you know?
Flip are really good with what you want to do. They pretty much just let you do whatever you want, so long as you're skating and you're having fun. They pretty much happy, so long as you're happy and you're skating and doing whatever you want to do. They're pretty much alright with it.
Where do you see yourself living, like, you know what I mean, like permanently after, you know what I mean, after skating or whatever?
I'm not sure. Like, I've travelled to pretty much everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of amazing places.
Yeah.
But it's hard to find the exact place where you finally want to settle down.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's something that just happens rather than something you choose.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. How was living with Sheffy then?
Crazy.
Just crazy?
Yeah.
Who was it, just you and Sheffy, like, was it Sheffy's apartment, or?
Well, it was the same place I was living at with Chad in Newport.
Yeah.
And then Chad moved back to San Diego and was staying with Kenta for a while. And Sheffy moved in when he moved out.
Yeah.
He was living there for about 2 months before I headed back to Europe.
Yeah, yeah. Did you see Chad this time out?
Yeah, there's this new... Where are you from?
Fuck. Actually, I grew up in France, so...
You did?
Yeah.
No way. Whereabouts?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nice is nice. But whereabouts do you live in America?
LA.
LA. Have you been to that warehouse that people have been skating?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you seen him there?
Yeah, well, I rang him up on my way down there, and he came down and met me there.
Yeah, yeah.
And we skated there pretty much all day.
Did you hear about him going to, like, meet Michael Jackson and all that?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
What did he say about that?
Yeah, don't drink and drive.
He was just, because Chad doesn't really give a fuck if no one's famous or what they do or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he just said he's really nice. Like, they got on really well. They became good friends.
Really?
He showed him all around his mansion.
Yeah, yeah.
And all the grounds and the play parks and
yeah. Chad
the
didn't
game
trip at all?
rooms and that or whatever. Huh?
Chad wasn't tripping at all, just like...
No, not really. Obviously he was on a few things.
Yeah.
He said he was there with Stevie too, and Stevie's mum was there. And they put on 50 Cent, and Michael Jackson was doing the moonwalk to 50 Cent.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And did he go back at all, you know what I mean? Like, I heard he was kind of like, yeah, he's totally like, made friends with the dude.
Yeah, but I don't think he's been back, no.
Yeah. Would you go meet Michael Jackson?
I'd love to. I was saying to Chad, next time you go back, give me a ring and I'll come down there with you, but I doubt it'll ever happen, but I hope so.
What's the best Michael Jackson album?
No, obviously Thriller. But the one I listened to the most as a kid was the Bad album.
Yeah. I seen him on that tour, man. Fucking.
Like when I got into him when I was younger, that was pretty much his main album that was out at that time.
Yeah. That was the shit.
I can't remember all the songs on there. I think it was like Dirty Diana, and obviously the Bad song. Smooth Criminal, yeah.
Alright, when was the last time you skated vert? Like strictly vert, padded up and shit?
I hadn't skated vert for probably about 6 years.
Oh, okay.
Like last time I skated vert was when I did that 540 for the ES advert.
Yeah, why did they leave that? No one filmed that?
Nah, no one filmed it, just photos.
Fuck. They didn't put, yeah, I was wondering why it wasn't in the video.
Yeah.
You think you could still run one of those?
Yeah, definitely.
Was that your first 540?
That's my first and only 540.
Never went like mute, full McTwist?
No.
Seemed you just felt it better that way.
And that was back in the day when I used to drink.
Yeah.
Then I was drinking like a beer, like in between every time I try it, and I probably drank about, I think it was something like 18 Carlsberg elephant beers before I finally made it.
Holy shit.
And I rode out of it in manual roll, like across the flat bottom in manual roll, up the other side in manual roll, and it was crazy.
Damn. How long you been sober then?
Like a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
How was that? Like, did it change things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it changed things for the better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was that, you pretty much made the call or made the decision?
Yeah, I've been straight for about a year and a half. I gave up drinking and I stopped smoking hash and weed too.
Yeah. Yeah, I just seen Bulala, he was like not drinking either. Europe?
No, he don't even, no.
How did you feel about, like, a lot of people are kind of just like cleaning up, I feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good, it's definitely good.
You think it's just like that skateboarding went through a cycle or something?
I don't know, you always have skaters that are into partying and drinking and smoking or whatever, and the straight skaters that aren't into it.
Yeah.
And then people who just like a little bit of both or whatever, but I don't know, whatever you're into.
Yeah. Alright, if you had to choose any other company to ride for, who would it be?
I wouldn't even consider it.
Not even consider it?
Nah.
Just for fun, who would it be?
Deadhippie spoke to me once.
Like seriously?
And he was like, yeah, Jeremy Fox was talking to me. It was around the time when I first started blowing up and a lot of people wanted me to ride for them.
Yeah.
And he said Jeremy spoke to him and just said, if Tom ever quits Flip, make sure he rides for Alien.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even know this. Jeremy never told me that, but Deadhippie just told me one day we were skating a jump ramp outside his house. So probably Alien, but I'd never consider riding for anyone apart from Flip.
Yeah. Why did he want you on Alien though? He just thought that was the only other option, kind of.
I'm not sure. I don't know if he's friends, but is it Sean Carter?
Yeah, Chris Carter.
Chris Carter, yeah, I think maybe he's friends with him, or maybe he just likes the company. I have no idea. Deadhippie just told me that one day.
Yeah. Alright. And I missed this one, but what would you put for best video of all time?
Best video of all time. I don't know about best video of all time. All the Plan B videos were incredible. Obviously, everyone says Blind Video days.
Yeah.
Love the Flip video too. New Girl video's good. All the girl videos have always been good. I love like the real street skating videos, like the LA Confidential and the Eastern Exposure videos.
Yeah.
Those are probably some of my favourites, like the Eastern Exposure videos and the LA Confidential videos and any other videos like that.
It's like raw street shit.
Yeah.
What was the best part in the girl vid, would you say?
In a girl vid, I love seeing any footage of Mariano or Lenanchi or Keenan.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Alright. I got a couple more. I just wanted to ask, like, when did you meet Jeff, and you know what I mean, how did that friendship come about?
I've known Jeff probably since I was about maybe 13, 14.
Yeah.
Around then, just met him when Deathbox was starting before it turned into Flip.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. What's that? Oh. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were your first reactions, like, when you met? What was your first impressions of Jeff? You know what I mean?
Just thought he was an incredible skateboarder, an incredible person too. He's always been really real to what he's into.
Yeah.
And doesn't give a fuck if people don't like it.
Yeah.
He's well into nature, going for walks in the wood. And seeing animals and just checking out what they do.
Yeah.
Watching them in their natural habitat.
He's into, like, archery or something, isn't he? Like.
No, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. And where'd you meet him at the park or whatever? Radlands?
I think I first met him, I'm not completely sure, but I think I first met him at a St Albans contest.
Yeah.
In London, on the outskirts of London.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was before I rode for Deathbox. I rode for New Deal at the time. I think that was the first sponsored contest I won.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think I met him there just briefly. Then after that, I'd see him around, and then we started skating for the same team. We'd spend a lot more time with each other.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, last question. What was your best memory from the first time out in the States? It's best time you remember?
Just calm up.
Probably when we were living in Newport.
Yeah.
And Chad was sponsored by Graphics Bongs. And we get free bongs, and we were sponsored by a beer company too. And they fill our fridge up with beer like every couple of days. It was called Heckler Brow Beer, I think.
Heckler beer?
Yeah.
They would come and fucking just leave you like cases of beer?
Yeah, and our next door neighbour was a skater that sold weed.
Oh, really?
And he just swapped like whatever equipment we had for weed. So we just have like as much weed as we could smoke, as much beer as we could drink. And we were right on the beach too. It was a house like right by the beach. We just spend the days chilling on the beach and going skating.
Perfect setup.
Yeah.
Alright, sick. Alright, let me just ask you a couple more about...
In fact, hang on a second.
Yep.
Can you cut that out, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't really know if I want like shit about weed and smoking and shit in there.
Alright, well I'll just say living in Newport with Chad or whatever.
Just ask me the question again.
Yeah, it was just like what your best memory was from the first time out, you know?
Yeah. Just how beautiful it is out there, the beaches.
Yeah.
and the amazing skate spots.
Did you ever try to surf down there?
Meeting good people. Yeah, I tried surfing once, but didn't really have much luck.
Difficult, huh?
Yeah.
Did you get, like, stand up or anything?
Sort of, not really.
Sort of got up.
Yeah.
Alright, where do you plan on raising your kid, here or in Europe?
Well, like I said, I'm going back for 3 months in September, and I think when I'm back for those 3 months, I'm going to try and find a place for my girlfriend and my kid to chill in. And then I have to go back, like, for a couple of months, and when I come back out of my visa.
Yeah.
Probably Laguna, or somewhere around there, I'm not sure exactly where.
Yeah, yeah. Are you considering marriage at all, or?
Maybe we'll just have to wait and see. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Big step, right? Alright, man. Well, that's it. Not too painful.
No, that's not too bad, is it?
No, it's good. I just try to get, like, more, because I know I gotta, you know, kind of, like, compress it all down.
You have to crop out whatever's just...
Yeah. Crop out all me talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was good though, Tom.
And like whatever I say that sounds stupid or whatever, just cut out.
Yeah, dude, don't worry
Like just put like the good questions in. Like you got more than enough questions. Just put like the good questions in.
Yeah, you know, we'll work it good, man. It'll come out good.
Yeah, and don't put that shit about the free weed and the bongs and shit from
Yeah, no sweat. I'll cut it up. But hey, Atiba's got to shoot a portrait too, huh? You know?
Yeah.
Does he know? He knows that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just if you see him, just remind him or whatever.
It's crazy speaking to you. Like I don't even know you. I'm speaking to you.
Yeah.
I'm just doing an interview. It's weird speaking to someone you don't even know.
I know.
You're not even really speaking to them.
I know. It's fucking my job, man.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta do.
Alright.
But anyway, thanks for doing this, man. Thanks for calling.
My pleasure.
And good luck with everything.
Alright, you too.
Take care, dude.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Peace.